Get to know MCAP's candidates with Sharlene Lindsay.
What's the most unusual job you've ever
We used
had?
to work in a place we used to call it fish smelling. We used to do different craft and art and different artifacts. And you used to have to work. As much as you produce, that is what you get paid for. And sometimes learning a new skill wasn't easy, so you couldn't get enough money. And I was saying, coming from a poor family, I can't do this type of job with no money because I wanted to earn an income to help my younger sibling and my mother to produce for all of us.
So you didn't stay long?
I didn't stay long. I went into the care. I had a little unusual job because I went down to the pottery, where I was used to make pottery, and that is a skill I earned too. But that was paying too, because as I said, paying was the most important thing at that time.
Right.
So when I was doing my master's, I had to work to help myself through. So I was actually the landlord for the house that I lived in with 5 other girls. So the landlord actually lived in Chicago and we lived in Michigan, and so he needed somebody to be in charge. So I was the person who ensured that the house was fine, ensured that the yard was kept. As a matter of fact, I used the snow blower to blow the snow when it gets really bad. The leaf blower when it's fall and there are lots of leaves on the ground. So I did lots of little odds and ends around the house, and also managed the girls in the house, ensure that everything was going fine, and then report back to the landlord in Chicago.
Unusual indeed. I wonder what made him think that, you were the right candidate, being that you were a tenant.
I'm not sure. I think he bought the house for his daughter after she graduated university, and then she got married and she moved. And so he kind of used it for students going to university. It was a bunch of girls. He was almost like a little grandfather to all of us, or he treated us like his daughters. And he always put somebody in charge. So once the other person had left, he approached me and asked if I would do the job. And I said yes.
Cool.
I had a summer job once, stocking shelves for Hashi in town in Plymouth and bagging out chicken feed. I also worked once with a newspaper in Salem, Jody. I learned about flats and making paper. So those are my
You used to make newspapers?
Yeah, literally write and edit and put the stuff in and print them. That was one job I had in Salem at one point.
Unusual.
Yeah,
indeed.
very unusual.
All right.
When we were, I don't know if I'll call it a job, I think we were supposed to be paid. But anyway, when I was younger, my mother insisted that my older sister, my younger brother and I, that we go, but I lived in Molyneux, the farm was in Lees, so we had to walk to that farm to do some planting on a weekend in the morning. I hope she's not listening, but we planted for half an hour, and then we basically spend the day sitting between the banks and eating, just doing nothing. I mean, it felt like work because we were outside in the sun, but we didn't actually get
Do any work
done. But I'm proud of that experience.
So we could call you Farmer Melly.
No.
That one is kind of easy because I work with my father, and so my father was an undertaker. And part of the stuff that we had to do during the weekends, we actually go into the cemetery and build graves and build tombs. So that the people would not do that job, or it's something I grew up doing on holidays, on weekends, on Sundays. We would actually work with him every afternoon, making the tombstones, go into the cemetery, mix the concrete and build the tombs for people. I grew up doing that.
Were you afraid?
No, it's something I've never been afraid of, something I've never thought about. It's after you tell people about it, you get this reaction. And growing up, it was normal. I didn't think something strange of it.
That is an unusual job.